All right. So when you divide by a power of if you have only zeros, you can actually get rid of zeros. So if you see a 10 here, you're really 10 divided by 100 divided by 10, you're getting rid of a zero. So I cross out the zeros. If there's two zeros on the end, you can cross them out. And so it's really 10 divided by 1, which is 10. 1 goes into 10 times. Right over here, number 2, do the same thing. If you're dividing by a power of 10, you can get rid of the zero. If the other number ends with 0, just cross out the zeros. And that becomes 67. See? It's pretty easy. If you divide by what number, we'll get rid of the 0 on the end. Obviously, if you divide by a 10, you'll get rid of the zeros, see? And then it'll be 105. This one, number 4, you're going to go backwards. So obviously, if you divided by 10 and got 1,974, then your original number probably had a 0 after it. So it would be 19,740. Because if you got rid of the zeros, right, on the end, it would be 1,974. All right. So those are, you can do the last two on your own, 5 and 6, do those. All right, the next one. We have 5,610 divided by 30. So in this case, they're breaking it apart for you to make it a little easier. They're breaking it, remember, like we did multiplication, they're breaking the 30 apart into a 10 and a 3. So they're first dividing it by 10. So we got rid of the 0 on the end, right? And then you have 561 divided by 3. Okay. Now, you're like, Mr. Nelson, I can't do 561 divided by 3. Yes. And look at the Fennec Fox. So cute, huh? All right. Moving along. I'm going to write on top of the Fennec Fox. I'm so sorry, Fennec Fox. We're going to write stuff on you. All right. We have 561 divided by 3. This is called long division. Okay. The first question you do is you ask how many times does 3 go into 5? Or how many times can you take 3 from 5? How many 3s come out of 5? Groups of 3. Anybody can jump in for me.
Which part are we doing? Because I was doing this one, and apparently you wanted someone to jump in.
Yeah, I'm in guided practice on the second page. My question is, how many 3s can I take from 5? How many groups of 3 can come out of 5? Can I take one group of 3 from 5, or can I take 2 groups of 3?
You can take one group.
I can only take one group of 3, so I write a 1 up there.
That means 2 left over.
Now what you do is you say, okay, I'll take one group of 3. Well, you subtract one group of 3. So I can subtract one group of 3. I'm left with 2 left over. What you do next is you bring down the next number. Now I have 26. Now what I do with this number is I say, how many groups of 3 can come from 26? Another question you can say is 3 times what number gets me as close to 26 as I can without going over. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, I'm recording. Okay, so 3 times what number gets me really close to 26? 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. So what's the closest I can get without going over 26? Anyone? Let's go with 8. Okay, 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. So that's 24. So 26 minus 24 is 2. I'm running out of room. So I bring down a 1. Sorry, it's 21. Now I have to see how many 3s can come out of 21, and I know that's 7 times 3, and that's my answer. And there it is. Actually, the answer was right here too, guys. You could have just looked over there, but if you did, okay. Number 7 is very similar to this. So 3,000 divided by 10 first. We can get rid of a 0 on the end because it's dividing by 10, and then it's 300. And the last part you will do is 300 divided by 6, okay? And so you say, how many times can 6 come out of 3? Or how many 6s can I take from 3? And the answer is 0. Then how many 6s can come out of 30? 6 times 5. And then that's 0. And then you bring down a 0. You have to try to divide. If you can't, you put a 0. 6 cannot go into 0, so you put a 0. And we got 50, okay? All right. The last part, number 8, we're going to divide this out. So we're going to break it up. So remember, we broke it up into 10 and 4. So because 4 times 10 is 40, right? So first thing we do is get rid of a 0. And that's 104 divided by 4. And then the last part, we're going to divide that. Okay, so 104 divided by 4. So first question, can 4 go into 1? No. Can 4 go into 10? How many 4s can I take from 10? Answer is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract it. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then we bring down a 4. And 4 times what is 24? If you said 6, you're right. And so 6 times 4 is 24. And you're done. And you just subtract it, it's 0. So that's 26. Okay, I'm going to post all this on the YouTube channel, so if you want to watch it again. I would hold off on, if you're having trouble with the division part, what I'll do is I'm going to go over this tomorrow, and we're going to take some notes, because I can already tell that this is getting to the realm of
we don't have school tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let's say Thursday then. That sounds good.
Also